Oh crap! I don't have my camera on. What's up with that? Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong one. Look at that. Go me. Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's excited for Capcom and Razer to show off some stuff on E3 before we have a big day tomorrow with Nintendo Direct, Namco Bandai, whatever we want to call them. Let's see here. I guess we'll leave that closed. Throw that music down just a little bit. Let me just fiddle around with some stuff here. Make sure that's all turned down. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Right on. Let's see how this guy goes.
Welcome to the Capcom E3 Showcase. I'm your host, Rachel Querico, aka Seltzer, and I'll be your guide as we walk through the latest releases, news, and updates.
I like your jacket.
We'll hear from the Resident Evil Village team, share some news from the world of Monster Hunter, and get the latest on Ace Attorney. Then we'll wrap up with some updates from our friends at Capcom Fighters. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Our first stop today, Resident Evil Village. The Resident Evil franchise continues to pioneer the latest and greatest in survival horror. The team has been blown away by the response to Resident Evil Village, which launched last month. It brought the world another chapter in this decades-long story as the franchise celebrates its 25th anniversary this year. I'm honored to be able to introduce Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message for the fans.
Another time.
Dope. Yeah, if you guys haven't got this game, I highly recommend you get it. Plus, there should be multiplayer coming out sometime. I guess next month.
There's nothing.
Diggy and I will be playing it.
Where's Rose? She's everything to me.
Where's Wallace?
I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest now.
Hi everyone, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's played since we launched the game in May. We hope you're enjoying this new chapter in survival horror. As a reminder, everyone who purchases Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer title, Resident Evil Re:Verse, where players go head-to-head with their favorite Resident Evil heroes and bioweapons. I'm now happy to announce that Resident Evil Re:Verse will go live next month across all supported platforms.
Told you, next month.
So head into the fray to celebrate the Resident Evil 25th anniversary.
Dope. Oh, cool. Hell yeah. DLC.
Thank you, Kanda-san, for that wonderful update. Next up, some long-awaited news from the world of Monster Hunter. Whether it's adventuring alongside monsters or battling them with friends, we've got something for you. First, let's dive into the brand new story-based RPG entry to the series, Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin.
Woof, that was flashy. Wheel, wheel. Wheel, wheel, wheel.
This was his fate. Red may have been strong and skilled, but against the awesome power of nature, he was merely a man. He never stood a chance.
All around, things just kept getting worse. But I heard that Guardian Ratha had survived and returned to Hekolu Island. I went there to see Red's old monstie again. Then, of course, that's when I met you.
You were given Red's kinship stone, and now a Rathalos egg. This is destiny.
This is the legendary monster, Wing Ratha, the monster with the wings of ruin.
It's said that a beat of its wings can bring about waves of destruction.
Many people believe there's a connection between the strange happenings and the wings of ruin. The pits are appearing everywhere, and they're emitting a strange light.
What's this whole idea of forming kinship with monsters? How do you control them?
It's not about control. Monsters help riders of their own will. And the bonds between monsters and riders are just like your bond with Tsukino.
I mean, this really seems like they're trying to go for Zelda. I don't know what any of you guys think.
What kind of power does Ratha really have? Why are all of these pits appearing? And who are those people who want to take Ratha for themselves?
Like that Breath of the Wild, Genshin
All I have
Impact
are
vibes.
questions.
Because this is like
If there's
super
worry or
cartoony
doubt
for
in your
Monster
voice,
Hunter.
Ratha will become anxious too. He needs to know that you will protect him no matter what.
I can sense the flames of his life force weakening. The burden of such great power is too much for his body to bear.
A voice. Can you hear it?
Did she just hear that?
Riders can bond with monsters. Surely you can groove with fellow humans.
They have the power of kinship.
I don't know, man. Some of these
They're
guys don't look too
monsties.
groovy to me.
Humans carry the strength of everyone they meet. That makes them strong.
Big fat cat man.
My friends
Oh,
here
cat
taught
people,
me
yeah.
that.
Yep.
I believe in the strength of humanity.
Right on. Oh, that's dope. Attack buffers, that's always awesome. Cool, Monstie. Oh, okay, cool. Demo here in like 2 weeks. Something like that, a little bit less than that. Oh, that's rad. Wow, they're going hard on Monster Hunter right now. Hot damn.
Looks pretty epic, right? And how about that announcement?
Don't put
the
words in my
canine
mouth.
companion Palamute from Monster Hunter Rise will be joining Monster Hunter Stories 2 as one of the new monsties in the first free title update coming soon after the game's release. You can get an early peek at the game with the Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin trial version starting on June 25th, which also carries your progress over to the full game release just a few weeks later on July 9th. That's not the only way to join the hunt. Millions of you made Monster Hunter Rise a huge success earlier this year, and we have even more content coming, including a new collaboration on the Rise. Let's find out more.
Let's.
Let's go! This is for my fellow hunters!
Rathalos is no runt. Moon's blessing emerge. Get ready.
Okay, yeah.
I have a good feeling. What will it be? Moon's blessing emerged.
Okay, right on. It's one of those things where anime styling doesn't quite translate over to like more so realistic. I forgot to do that. Transform. There we go.
Kamura is like my second home.
You think you can take on Rondine?
Meant to do that yesterday. So if you guys got Monster Hunter Rise on Switch
there has
or
never
anything,
been a better
like,
time to
you
be a
got all
Monster
the
Hunter fan.
content.
With all the new updates to Monster Hunter Rise and the launch of Monster Hunter Stories 2 this summer. We can't wait to hear about your own stories of adventure. Well, that's not the only thing Capcom has in store for us this July. Fans of Phoenix Wright will have new chapters to explore with the release of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. North American and European future attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures and the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan.
That's
You'll
dope.
travel
I love
back
those
in
Ace
time
Attorney
to
games.
the late 19th century Japan and London to play as Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Phoenix Wright's ancestor, in this action-packed prequel. Now let's hear more about the story.
So then, let us unravel this mystery.
Welcome to the centre of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Boggy London is incredible.
I will become a lawyer. I have to. So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Who are you?
Oh, such a
Sherlock
curious murder.
Holmes. You must have heard of me.
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san.
Let us engage in the art of deduction, Mr. Naruhodo.
Turns into a fucking JoJo's shit.
What have we here? It would seem the truth is now tantalizingly close.
The defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Like, I always used to watch Law & Order SVU as a kid, so like these are like right up my alley.
Objection! Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
Good gracious.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
You're the best lawyer in the world.
Oh, nice. Okay, next month. And it's on Steam, so dope.
So we have 10 new cases and 8 mini escapades where you can take on the role of a defense attorney. Now, we all want to see some gameplay, right? Let's take a closer first look at 2 gameplay features new to the franchise in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles: Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination.
Hello, I'm Jonathan, Capcom's marketing brand manager for the Great Ace Attorney
spoilers, look out.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
Where to?
The Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
The Capcom team is thrilled to present 2 new gameplay features, Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination, coming to the Ace Attorney series.
While investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination with the help of Ryunosuke's legal aid Susato and the brilliance of deduction from Detective Herlock. Herlock will proceed to present his logic and reasoning spectacular, a grandiose yet flawed series of conjectures.
Ah, yes. Mysterious Sholmes.
Ryunosuke and Susato will then discuss to correct the flaws in Herlock's deductions.
Wow, this is like...
At this point,
Hey,
players will
the
be
follow,
prompted
man.
to search for clues that help identify the errors in the detective's logic and reveal the truth to the mystery.
The Heath Sweeper.
As
Like, I
players
appreciate
present
that.
new evidence and observations, Herlock will amend his deductions based on the new information.
This is like one of
Upon
the
uncovering
laziest
the truth,
kind of like walkthroughs I've ever
Ryunosuke
seen.
and
It's like,
Herlock
oh, look at this
enter
game, and
into
then
a
we're just gonna like slowly go.
semi-literal dance that brings them to the
It's a
conclusion of the dance
semi-literal
of deduction.
dance that brings them to the conclusion of the dance of. You said it wrong, but it's deduction. Deduction. The dance of deduction. Oh, it's the hair all the time. Oh, that took a drastic turn. Elementary, my dear Watson.
In courtroom battles, players will attempt to convince 6 jurors of the innocence of their client. Their progress will be displayed and represented by 2 scales of justice, one black, representing a guilty verdict, and one white, representing a not guilty verdict.
Objection!
Summation Examination. Take the stand to face off against the
Overruled.
jurors, all of whom provide
Oh,
explanations as to why they've reached their guilty verdict.
God, what's his name in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Frickin' something Pablo.
You'll have to
Pablo
identify
something.
conflicting statements and sway the jury in your favor. Examine each statement carefully and select 2 contradicting
hopefully
jurors
somebody knows what
to
else.
call out the flaws in their logic.
Objection!
Overruled. SDFU. Sit down. Look at my tiny glasses.
Be ready to provide evidence from the court record to help prove the contradiction in their claims. When you successfully point out one of these contradictions among the jurors, you might just change their minds, too. With a slam of their fist, each juror you persuade will send a fiery ball towards the scales above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor.
Or not
Bring
in
each
your
contradiction
favor,
to
'cause
light
that's some-
and
I mean, you
persuade
gotta
the jury
remember this
to help
goes
prove
both
your
ways.
client's innocence.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
Oh
This
man,
has just been a
I'm pretty
small
sure if you
taste
throw stuff in a court of law,
exciting
you
new
get real
gameplay
pissed.
features
Not
in
really a
the
good
Great
idea.
Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are very excited to get this game in the hands of both new fans and diehard fans alike. Thanks for watching.
It already seems like I have a bunch of games to catch up on. There are some exciting new adventures and titles to look forward to. Well, that's a look at the new premieres from Capcom, but what about esports? Let's close out today's showcase with a few words from 2 of the stars of Capcom Fighters, Rob TV, and Vicious. They'll tell us what's been going on with Capcom esports, including updates on the Capcom Pro Tour, Intel World Open, Street Fighter League, and all the other content on Capcom Fighters.
Nice.
Over to you guys.
FGC time.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Capcom esports presentation for E3 2021. My name is Vicious, commentator for the Capcom Pro Tour as well as Street Fighter League, here with competitive Street Fighter V player and host extraordinaire, Hollywood, Rob TV. What's going on, Rob?
Oh my goodness, Vicious. Host extraordinaire. That just sounds beautiful. It has a ring to it, and I think that's the perfect word to describe what we have for everyone today. Street Fighter V, Capcom E3, it just feels right, and you feel the electricity in the air.
Nice!
Nice!
What? That was nasty!
And there might be some people at home, Vicious, who don't fully know what competitive Street Fighter V is. The long and the short of it is this. We travel all around the world, state to state, country to country, and we try to bring our opponent's life bar from 100 all the way down to 0 and feel pretty goddamn good doing it.
That's right, Rob. If you think you're the best in your region, sign up for Capcom Pro Tour to prove it and become possibly a world champion at Street Fighter V.
The double perfect, the way he looked at the camera.
Yikes!
Don't ever expect another man's controller.
So in this year's CPT overall, it's a series of tournaments that have $5,000 on the line for each tournament, but that money alone, that's not what's really at stake here. It's about making it to the granddaddy of them all, Capcom Cup.
Item just reset in grand finals of Capcom Cup.
So behind me, you can see in all of its glory, the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 official stage and set, and that's a place that you are very, very familiar with.
That's right, we take all of our events and broadcast it live from this stage, and we check out all of the top competitors from each and every one of these regions. And speaking of, the Capcom Pro Tour has shaped up a lot. 2021, we have 32 events going on in the Capcom Pro Tour, spanning across 19 different territories. So there's so many opportunities for players from around the world to get that ticket into Capcom Cup this season. I'm absolutely excited because, again, that is a big change from what 2020 was into what we could expect for 2021.
And Mago is your first qualifier for Japan for the Capcom Pro Tour.
Not only can you catch the Capcom Pro Tour live on the Capcom Fighters channel, you can do so on a plethora of platforms. We have it on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Of course, if you don't catch it live, you can also check out the VODs for all the competitive studying you would need to become a successful Street Fighter V player, as well as catching some of the community-focused content that we have on Capcom Fighters. We have No Neutral, the official pre-show of the Capcom Pro Tour. We have sets where we take players from around the world and play off in an exhibition first to 10. Not only that, actually, we do have Street Fighter League that's happened season after season, non-stop action. 6 teams of 3 duke it out in this battle tournament series to see who will walk away with the championship and the $150,000 prize pool.
Street Fighter League is something that you don't want to miss because normally we only have 1v1 content, but now you actually have your teammates at your back, and every decision that you make is not just about you anymore.
Look for more news on Street Fighter League later this year.
It's Oki time. What's gonna happen?
Nice.
He checks it. He checks the movement. What's happening?
It's so good.
Let's not forget, the Intel World Opening is happening right now. Top players representing 11 regions around the world are competing for their place in the World Finals happening next month. Be sure to check out the official website for more information, including current standings and broadcast schedule.
To commemorate this event, everyone who logged in during this period will receive an exclusive competitor title and dojo object. You do not want to miss this.
I highly recommend everyone to stay tuned for future Capcom Pro Tour updates on the Capcom Fighters channel.
And again, we've had so many events so far. We started off with the Japan region. We've had a couple of more events going on afterwards, but the action does not stop. In fact, we're going to be continuing off with the Midwest region for the Capcom Pro Tour. I know you're definitely excited about that.
100%. I mean, of course, your boy is from Ohio. Make sure you guys tune in to see the tournament.
You do not want to miss some of the best Street Fighter V players in the world compete head-to-head.
So it's you.
I dare you to find better Street Fighter. I dare you.
This is a game about being a world warrior. Capcom Cup tournament play.
Obviously, they got a rivalry.
I'm the best in the world.
This game has changed the lives of so many people here.
Ooh!
Nice!
The pop-off! That's what I'm talking about. I told you it's gonna go to the limit, and I ain't lying to the peak.
This is the ultimate Street Fighter V experience. This is Capcom Pro Tour.
Thanks, guys. It's been a really exciting season so far, and I can't wait to see how this plays out on the road to Capcom Cup. Remember to check out Capcom Fighters' Twitch and YouTube channels for more information and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at E3 this year. Let's recap what we all saw. Resident Evil Village is back with the latest installment of the survival horror experience and RE-Verse as part of the franchise's 25th anniversary. We have new adventures to embark on in the world of Monster Hunter with Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and Monster Hunter Rise. And don't forget to go back in time with the great Ace Attorney Chronicles to tap into the family history of Phoenix Wright and solve new cases. Finally, don't miss out on the esports fun. Make sure you catch the latest matches with Capcom Fighters. There really is something for everyone here today. But don't go anywhere yet. Join the conversation on Twitter and make sure you check out the Capcom virtual booth on the E3 portal to watch all these videos again and more. I'm Rachel Querico,
right,
aka
guys, let me switch
Seltzer.
over for the Razer
Thank
stream.
you for being part of the Capcom experience at E3 this year.
I got it all fixed. Well, so we still got a couple more minutes until this one starts. So I'm gonna take a quick break and throw this up. I'm gonna take a quick break, throw this up on the main screen, and yeah, I'll be BRB a little bit before this starts. Oh, snap. Here we go again. So let's see how we do for this guy. I mean, I like Razer stuff. I'm more like, you know, personal opinion, more of a Steel Series guy. Steel Series headphones, keyboard, mouse, hat, mouse bungee thing, headphone hanger. Like, I got a bunch of Steel Series stuff. If any of y'all watch me stream the Razer shit, hit me up. I crack myself up sometime. Oh, here we go. Oh, why is the, there we go. Let's get that.
Welcome to the Razer keynote at E3,
Hi.
the world's biggest video games convention. We have got an insane show for everyone today.
Dope. I would have
We've
really
come a
hoped
long
that,
way
like,
here
you
together.
didn't have just a
For
mediocre
gamers, by
show.
gamers, and today we're one of the biggest gaming brands in the world. We span hundreds of millions of gamers, from PC gaming to console gaming to mobile gaming. But what I'd like to talk a little bit about today, to kick things off, is PC gaming, something near, dear, close to my heart, and
Kind of the whole impetus
pretty much to talk
of
about
Razer.
the decade of the Razer Blade. So in 2011, we launched the world's first true gaming laptop. And this caused quite a bit of controversy back then, because gaming laptops were not gaming laptops in the true sense of the word. They were gaming luggables back in the day. Super thick, super heavy.
I mean, that's like...
And the
semantics.
Razer Blade was the first true gaming laptop in the sense it was super thin, super light, and super powerful. And it ushered in a new generation of gaming laptops. And since then, over the past 10 years, the entire industry has moved to follow in the footsteps of the Razer Blade. In 2013, we launched the world's thinnest gaming laptop. 2016, we invented the world's first Thunderbolt 3 external GPU. In 2018, we launched the world's smallest 15-inch gaming
about that.
laptop.
Not off the top of my
since
head.
then,
But that's a bold
we've now
claim.
got the entire Razer Blade family. We've got the Blade Stealth 13. We've got
What
the
about
Blade
Razer
Pro
and Blade
17.
from
and of
fucking
course,
hackers?
we've got the Blade
Where are they
15.
at?
And the Razer Blade has been both a critical and commercial success. It's been called the very best gaming laptop in the world and continues to win accolades over and over again. And at this point, many of our fans, many of the Razer
Verge on
community
there. That's
is
fucking
asking,
quality
what's
tech
next?
journalism.
So we go down and we talk to every single one of our fan base, for gamers, by gamers. We talk to the press. And one thing that we've heard consistently over the past couple of years is, when is Razer going to make
Finally.
an AMD gaming laptop?
Fucking
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
AMD
I'm
laptops.
incredibly excited to be able to announce that we're now working closely together with AMD.
Hells yeah.
And we've put the very best designers and engineers together with the top AMD engineers. And what we've created in a single line is the ultimate AMD gaming laptop. And with that, we are bringing back the legendary Razer Blade 14. How do we do this? How did we make the
is this going
ultimate
to be one of those new aspect ratio
AMD
ones?
gaming laptop? Well, we took
Or
a
they're just
look
calling
at
it
the
that to-
14-inch
Yeah.
gaming laptops today. Now,
So it
many
is
of them
in the
have
14-inch
tried to
size.
follow in the footsteps of the Blade 14 that we created some 10 years ago, and many things have changed since then. In terms of form factor, many of the gaming laptops out there are portable, but we feel they could be thinner, could be slimmer. Now, over and above, in terms of GPUs, there's been not much innovation. Don't get me wrong, they've got a great GPU in there, but they max out at a RTX 3060. In fact, in terms of total graphics power, or TGP, they max out at just 80 watts. And we feel it could go much higher with, of course, the right materials and with, of course, the right cooling thermal solutions. Now, as we talk about materials, unfortunately, most of them still use really non-premium builds. Now, one thing that we do at Razer that all of you are familiar with is that we look at doing really premium builds.
So one of the best
We've
parts
got
about fucking like
CNC'd
expo
machined,
conference shit like this is like, how are they
chassis.
going to
We wanna make sure that
slyly
you've got the best
shit on the
possible
competition,
no
especially
flex
for like
kind of
the tech world.
chassis, but many of the ones out there don't have that. And of course,
maybe I'll start
cooling,
covering more of the, like,
many of the
computer
14-inch
stuff.
gaming laptops are still using
But like, it's really fun.
solutions.
I mean,
that
obviously,
we
I'm a
pioneered
bit partial
some
to AMD,
10 years
as you can
ago.
see on the
At
stream.
Razer, we've really pushed it ahead.
You know,
We've had
I like my
vapor
rig. I've
chamber
been
cooling
building
for
AMD
years now.
stuff
We're
for
in the
years.
next
It's always done
generation
me
of
good.
that. We've done that for laptops. We've done that for phones.
But
Over
both them
and
and
over.
like Intel and both
Now,
them
in
and
terms
NVIDIA,
of having
it's
all this
hilarious. I
last-gen
love
tech,
it.
many of them are still limited in terms of the ports that they've got. They've got only a couple of Type A ports, a couple of Type C ports, so on and so forth. And they've got truly uninspired keyboards. They're using single color backlit keyboards. Why? Because they don't have space or they don't have the imagination.
I mean, I've seen
But at
quite a
Razer,
few
we've got loads and
with
loads of
RGB, not gonna
imagination.
lie.
And what did we want to imagine? Well, a whole lot of ultras. Ultra what? Well, ultra powerful. We wanted to be ultra powerful. We wanted to be ultra thin. We wanted to be ultra fast. We want to have ultra connectivity. We want it to be ultra responsive. And of course, ultra immersive. That's a lot of ultras to make the ultimate AMD gaming laptop. But let's talk about how ultra powerful the
6900
new
XT in it.
Razer Blade 14 is. Now, together with AMD
It's gonna melt my lap.
and Razer, we have designed and engineered in a single line the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop. This is not any normal gaming laptop that we're talking about. We're talking about the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop. And to this end, we wanted to pick one of the most powerful CPUs on the planet today, and we've picked the AMD Ryzen 5900 HX. This is truly an incredible
that's like the
CPU.
mobile equivalent of what I'm
We are
rocking.
talking about a HX class, an extreme
Oh, no, it's
class
only 8 core.
AMD processor, and it's an unlocked processor. Unlike many of the other laptops out there using the HS class processors, we are using a HX class unlocked processor. A Zen 3 mobile processor in a cutting edge 7 nanometer level. It's an 8-core x86 CPU, and it's got an up to a whopping 4.6 gigahertz of power. This is an insanely
Gigahertz is not
great
power,
CPU.
it's speed.
And
But
joining
yeah,
me here today
hopefully you
talking
guys know
about
that
this
too.
partnership to make the ultimate AMD gaming laptop is Jason Banter, VP of Product Management of AMD.
Razer is known for some of the most innovative gaming laptops in the industry. Razer has established a design, quality, and performance standard that is second to none. That's why we at AMD are excited to partner with Razer for the first time, bringing Ryzen, the world's best mobile gaming processors, to the Razer laptop lineup. Engineers from both companies partnered together, start to finish, to bring the best components, the best performance, and the best experience together in the new Razer Blade 14. The new Blade 14 features an unlocked Ryzen 9 5900 HX processor, enabling elite gaming performance on a thin and light notebook with amazing battery life. The 5900 HX delivers 8 cores and 16 threads of Zen 3 core performance, a max boost clock of up to 4.6
So
gigahertz,
that's equivalent
quickly
to
dispatches
the
workloads, reduces latency when gaming,
5800X?
and performs 3D renders
Yeah.
at breakneck speeds.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
5900
more or less.
HX also doubles the L3 cache size compared to the 4000 series. This massive on-chip memory
I was
is
gonna say, but
vital
you should get
to unlock
extra
the full
L3 cache, and
performance
that's like
of discrete graphics for gaming.
super freaking awesome.
And all of this is based on 7 nanometer process technology. The AMD Ryzen 9
they not-
HX series was designed to deliver the most
Are they not putting an
immersive
AMD GPU
gaming
in there?
experience you can get in a laptop with zero compromises. From all of us at AMD, congratulations to Min and the entire Razer team for outstanding execution on this project. We're proud to be a part of this generation of Razer Blade laptops and look forward to expanding these opportunities for gamers in the future.
Thank you very much, Jason. So that was Jason of AMD talking about our partnership. But the CPU, of course, while we've picked one of the most powerful in the world, is just half the equation. What's on the other half of the equation? Well, the GPU. We've picked one of the most powerful CPUs in the world, and we've also picked one of the most powerful GPUs. And we're talking, of course, about the NVIDIA.
Yeah, see, this is like you're gonna say the most powerful AMD gaming PC and
we've
put
been
an
working
NVIDIA
together
chip
for
in
many
there.
years. We've been optimizing it. We've got the best GPUs in the world with NVIDIA. They've got up to 8 gigs of VRAM. And one thing that we did is that we've managed to push the total gaming power up to 100 watts of power. We're not talking about 80 watts that everyone else is doing. We've pushed it all the way to the limit, up to 100 watts of TGP, and in something as small and thin as a 14-inch form factor.
Not a trade show.
Now, of course, we start with the RTX 3060. It's a great GPU. That's what everybody else is also using, but we wanted to start with that. Now, over and above, our thermals guys said, you know, we're crazy at Razer. We're the mad scientists. We can take it a notch further. So what have we done? Well,
you guys can keep
in the new Razer Blade 14, we've got an RTX 3070 option. That's a truly powerful GPU matched with a truly powerful CPU.
No?
But we're Razer. We want to take it up to 11. We are going all the way up to the moon, and what we've done with the new Razer Blade 14 is that we've now added as an option
mobile chip,
a crazy and insane RTX 3080. Imagine that, the most powerful GPU on the planet with one of the most powerful CPUs on the planet. It's truly
not
powerful.
the most, I mean, not even an
And
NVIDIA stack, my man. Like, they got a 3090.
Today from NVIDIA to talk about how we've put this crazy RTX 3080 into an ultra-thin form factor of the new Razer Blade 14.
It's like this big. It's just a chip.
Global GeForce Marketing at NVIDIA. It's not on screen.
Thanks, Min, for inviting us to present at your event. Once again, we're excited to partner with Razer on the development and launch of a Blade laptop. This time, the all-new Blade 14 powered by GeForce RTX. For the first time, gamers can experience an RTX 3070
Notice I was just like, oh yeah, the new Blade
laptop
14 powered by
in a 14-inch
GeForce
form
RTX.
factor.
Doesn't mention AMD whatsoever.
In an ultra-thin, sleek design. Wherever you go, you can play the most stunning and graphically demanding games because the RTX 30 series includes second-gen RT cores that enable fast ray tracing. Enjoy realistic lighting, reflections, shadows, ambient occlusion,
you guys
and
think
more.
ray tracing's awesome?
All of those make your games more
Go check out what
ray tracing is
Epic's
featured
doing
in
with
many of
the
today's
Lumen engine in Unreal
NVIDIA
5.
DLSS also has been widely adopted
Because you don't need
by
fancy
games.
ray tracing courses.
Many
to do
refer
that.
to it as magical. DLSS provides a huge boost to performance using AI rendering and looks as good or better than traditional methods. Dedicated tensor cores built into the RTX GPU do the AI processing. Now, in addition to the high frame rates pumped out by the GeForce GPU, NVIDIA Reflex low latency technologies give gamers the competitive edge in their favorite games. NVIDIA Reflex is now supported in 7 of the top 10
Oh, look,
competitive
Apex.
shooters.
We're going to play that here in
But
a
we're
little
talking
bit. I
about
hope this
laptops.
presentation
So
goes
efficient
longer
power
because this
usage
is
is
kind of dragging
incredibly
on.
important
I thought this was
to
going to be
making
fun.
gaming laptops as thin and cool
Like I
and
figured off
quiet
they'd
as
show off
possible.
like
That's where our
headsets
Max
or
Q
something
technology
instead of
comes
spending
in.
this whole time talking
Every
about
aspect of the laptop,
freaking laptop.
GPU, software, PCB design, power
The
delivery,
Computex
and
was
thermals
just like
are all optimized
a couple
for
weeks
power
ago.
and performance.
Like, I understand
With
you're
the
a
help of
sponsor of
AI,
E3, but
high-performance
like,
gaming laptops are faster and better than ever before.
I don't know.
Let me give you an example. Dynamic Boost 2. It automatically
Don't waste my
distributes
time
the
until you're
power
gonna have, like,
across the
something cool
GPU,
and just show
the
off a
GPU
laptop.
memory, and the CPU for maximum performance, whether you're gaming or creating. We can't wait for gamers and creators to experience the incredible power and the portability of the new Razer Blade 14. Min, thank you for your great partnership.
Thank you very much, Matt. And that is the ultimate AMD gaming laptop, ultra powerful, and we just talked about it. But we've not just got true power. It's not just the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop. Let's talk a little bit about how it's ultra thin. Now, how thin have we gotten it? Well, it's not just ultra thin. It is the world's thinnest 14-inch gaming laptop. Let it sink in. Think about it. I just said this is the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop, and now I'm actually saying it's also the world's thinnest 14-inch gaming laptop. We are talking about 16.8 millimeters thin with a 3080. Mind you, it's 0.66 inches thin. And the reason for it is because for the past 10 years, we've been bringing together the very best thermals engineers on the planet. They've got all kinds of innovative solutions. They've been pushing the limits. And what we've got over here in the Razer Blade 14 is the next generation vapor chambers. And we've designed this from ground up. We are light years ahead of the competition. Many of them are still copying what we've done 10 years ago. And today we're 10 years ahead. We're a full decade ahead. We've designed the next generation vapor chambers in the Blade 14.
Oh, this might be going on for a while. I mean, let's see. If we're going to talk more about this goddamn laptop.
And we work with fluid dynamic scientists.
Because I might cut
we made
this short.
sure that every fan blade was designed from the ground up. 88 fan blades. What does that mean?
I'm not that
every single fan blade in our fans is
I don't go
about
anywhere,
0.1 millimeters
I have a
thin.
massive water-cooled computer.
We have designed
sitting
fan
over here.
blades the width of a human hair. In addition, of course, we are using T6 grade aluminum CNC chassis. You got to kind of touch it to believe it. You've got to understand that's what a Razer blade is about. That premium quality. And of course, it's super durable, anodized finish. Ultra
It's
thin.
just like calling it aircraft grade aluminum. It's just
14-inch
aluminum.
gaming laptop. So
Not
let's
that
talk
cool.
about how fast it is.
aluminum's
Ultra
an
fast.
alloy.
We've got the fastest 14-inch display. We've got two options. We've got a FHD 144 Hertz, and we've got a QHD at a blazing fast 165 Hertz. It's 100% DCI P3 display, IPS grade. It's AMD FreeSync Premium, and every single display is custom calibrated right out of the factory. Ultra fast. Now let's talk about connectivity really quickly. Ultra connectivity, lots and lots and lots and lots of ports.
You notice how I said
We're
AMD
talking about
FreeSync
Wi-Fi
on there, but they're
6E.
still running
We've got
NVIDIA
Bluetooth
GPUs?
5.2. Now, some of the gaming laptops, or the 14-inch
I
gaming
see
laptops, don't even have
conflicting
space
branding
to put a camera
agreements
there.
going on here.
Webcam. It's a Windows Hello. Lots of ports. We've got on one end of the chassis. We've got
come on,
Type A,
Razer.
we've got Type C,
Don't drop
Gen
the ball
2.
on me.
The Type C, you know,
Actually,
is
actually, you
Gen
can
2
actually go
charging.
right
It's
ahead.
got DisplayPort.
Actually,
in addition to that, we've got HDMI
say that
2.1,
400
which
more fucking
has an
times.
output of 4K 120 hertz. Now, on the other end, we've also got another Type A, another Type C. We've got lots and lots of ports. Ultra connectivity. Let's talk about how responsive it is. Ultra responsive. It's got a full anti-ghosted keyboard. We've pioneered this many, many years ago. Now, one of the things I'm really proud of is how buttery smooth. This is like melted butter. The precision touchpad is. It's a beautiful touchpad. You've got to touch it to believe it. And unlike all the other inspired keyboards, we've got a Razer Chroma RGB keyboard. It's a fantastic keyboard. It's an incredible keyboard.
What kind of switches you
Beautiful
got?
key travel. You got to try it to believe it. This is a legend by itself. It's ultra responsive. And now let's talk a little bit about how immersive the new Blade 14 is.
How's the 14-inch laptop
And
immersive?
what we've got incorporated inside this is THX spatial audio, giving that beautiful spatial surround sound all around you.
I mean, Razer owns
And of course,
THX.
we're using it with upward firing speakers.
So,
that's a truly, truly great
I could just slap
set
that
of
shit on
speakers.
everything.
And at this point of time, I'm sure most of you guys watching, some of you guys may be skeptical. We've made it so powerful. We've made it so thin. We've packed it chock full of all kinds of features. This is like a laptop, which is 10 years in the future. What have we compromised? And at Razer, we do not compromise.
It's certainly a laptop
You'll
from
know
right
it
now.
if you own one of our Blade laptops. We do not compromise. And some of you may suspect we may have put a really tiny battery in there. Absolutely not. Because on a single charge, the Blade 14 runs for up to 12 hours. That's an insane level of battery life in the Blade 14. Now, the team has put together a video, a quick ad to kind of show it to everyone. I'm sure you're excited to see it. And let's show it for everyone. Here you go.
Really not. I'm not going to lie. Using licensed music all the time. Alright guys, I'm gonna turn off this stream. I'm gonna get it set up for Apex. This is